Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. That guy is D-Mac, Darren McCarty. That guy is T-Foss.
I'm by the salad bar.
You're over here by the salad bar. That's right, chilling.
No, it's not a salad bar. It's the buffet bar.
Well, yeah, but it will be a salad bar a little bit later in the day. I'm betting.
Okay.
I'm betting. We got Alex Westfall here. We got Sam Flannel, the legend killer. What the hell happened while I was gone yesterday, Sam Flannel? You tried to submarine the network. You tried to kill the show. What happened between you and Lindsey Hunter?
I just needed to ask the perspective of one of Ben Wallace's former teammates on the Going to Work Pistons and try to convince him that he indeed is not a Hall of Famer. Lindsey Hunter, to the surprise of absolutely no one, disagreed with me.
Wow.
Yeah, he's funny like that, I would guess. But we are live here at Big Boy at the Wyandotte location. Happy to be out here with the fine folks at Big Boy. Always the best hosts in the game, and we are happy to be here. We'll be talking about Big Boy coming up in just a little bit on the show. We do have a lot popping here today, D-Mac. You got all the sports stuff, a lot of community stuff too. We got it going.
Can I ask you though, because you just came back from Syracuse, one of the meccas in college sports and basketball. I think that anybody who follows at Neal Ruhl, you posted a picture and stuff like that. How was the experience? The game, obviously, you had him in the first, bud. You had him in the first. Weren't you up by 29-27, and then it just went.
And then it kind of just fell apart. Well, 1 of 14 from behind the three-point line will do that to you, and it does happen in the Carrier Dome. T-Foss, it's hard to shoot in the domes for some reason.
Because the depth perception is all jacked up.
Yeah.
They're better at it now. When college teams first started playing in there, in the domes, they shoot like 30%, and just players would just complain about the depth perception, and they don't like it. They're getting a little better at it.
I think that the most poignant thing was a picture that you sent, and it was a picture of Jim Boeheim and
Greg
Campy, and what did it say, 84?
84 seasons.
84 seasons with
combined.
Combined with the same program. To me, you're not going to find that ever in college. In college, and never in pro, anything like that again.
You'll never see that again.
No, you know what you'd have to do? You have to get John Wooden out of retirement and have him play Oakland. You'll get that.
Yeah, you're never, in today's day and age of contracts and buyouts and new coaches, you're never going to see that again. So it was cool. Like, it was cool for about the first 11 minutes-ish of the game until it wasn't cool anymore. But, Oakland certainly has some work to do. But appreciate you all tapping in here on our WoodwardSports.com chat thread.
Can I comment on this one?
Yes.
I haven't seen that. Chatting with Bird's song. Sam looks like South Park Canadian. I was going to say, which one, Terrence or Phillip? Absolutely. I might start calling you Terrence or Phillip. Do you have a preference, Sam?
I mean, it's got to be Phillip because I read the Mike Phillips read. So.
There you go. Not
Terrence Phillip. Not Terrence and Phillip. That's an obligatory one today, right?
Yes.
What's wrong with Tony Phillips?
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, I think we've used that one before. We are running out of Phillips.
Dude, there's some good ones that I still have in the chamber, but what's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 months when I've used all I might have to make some up. Shoot.
That's why they got Google, brother.
Right, absolutely. But anything you guys have to say as well, jump into that WoodwardSports.com chat thread. We will get to those as it becomes relevant to the topic of discussion and stuff that's not relevant as well. A Dirty Burrito says, love the show. Good morning, everyone. We appreciate you tapping in. Wings win. Detroit Dabber. Wings win. Pistons win. Tigers move up 3 spots in the draft. Good night for Detroit. It was. That was a nice win for the Red Wings.
Did I not come in here and go between Sunday and Tuesday to be a Detroit sports fan? Even like you said, I think if you've seen at the WoodwardSports.com, our boy Rogelio Castillo, First to the scene, 3rd overall. We moved up, so that things are looking up in the Tigers' world. Even the Pistons got a win. Saw the fearless leader courtside giving some lip to some guys. I love to see that, but huge win. I said in the text thread, I tweeted it last night. Congratulations to Coach Derek Lalonde. But that's a statement win early in the season when you're looking for them to go into Tampa and to win the way they did now. Billy Husso, I think that pretty much we're at the point where we can put the no Husso slander, like the no Brad Holmes slander, because he is your guy moving forward. But that's what you need your team to do, to go in and play those teams, because those are the teams that are ahead of you in the standings, and you can get the points now. It makes it so much easier in the long run. So 2 in a row on the road, and they got a tough game Thursday in Florida. But
when you win at Tampa, though, it becomes house money.
It's almost as if the Lions would have beat Buffalo on Thanksgiving. You don't expect that, especially if you're going to beat the top teams. You saw what Boston did to us earlier in the season when you went into the Gardens. So it's tough to play down in Tampa, tough to win in the Amalie Arena, but they're proving they're not intimidated, and they have a hockey team, right? We have an NHL hockey team that travels home and away. So, like I said, enjoy the process right now. They continue to do things like that and take care of their business, Neal. They are a playoff team. But, again, we're not even a third of the way through the season, so let's just pump the brakes a little.
I'm ashamed to say that I jinxed the game last night. I was watching. I said, well, let me say something on Twitter, and I was just saying what great goaltending we saw with Husso and Vladilinsky, and and then Tampa went 7-on-5 with pulling the goalie and stuff, and all of a sudden they're scoring all over the place. So I'm the jinx.
But in the end, though, they hung on and they got the win, and that is all that matters.
Didn't it feel, Neal, last night, like where you mentioned Vasilevsky, number one goalie, top goalie in the league or whatever, but it felt like we were more on even playing field, right? That's how important, when you bring in the pedigree and the preaching that Derek Lalonde from that system came here and said, from number one, I'm going to implement this defensive system, but what I learned is you win from goaltender out. Like last night, watching that first period, you almost expect the saves that Vasilevsky has made because you've seen him do it before, but then you see a guy in your net, in your red and white, be able to battle and do the same thing. That's something. That is something. That's the statement that was made.
Yeah, no, and it was. And obviously, as we talked about, too, Pistons got their win. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Rad Dad Scott. Where's the chili cheese that is such a tease? You know we're about that loaded fries life here. You know that.
Everybody
That's the second hour I'll be having a strawberry milkshake and some loaded fries.
Everybody wants us to bust it all out to start. You can't. You got to ease into this.
Once again, I'm a little upset. I don't know why we don't hear more stuff about the onion rings.
T-Foss.
That's me, man. I don't do the fries here, man. I'm give me the rings.
Onion ring loyalist.
That's right.
Onion ring loyalist.
No, that is true, because last time we were here, it wasn't Terry. He'd even shared it, because he even
some
says
with you.
The brilliance needs to be enjoyed by all.
And D-Mac looked at his first onion ring with disdain, and then he ate it and says, "Oh, this is good."
I said, "I trust you, T-Foss." That's it.
He said, "Hey, it is good."
He doesn't trust me.
I do trust you. That's why I ate
Why
it.
did you look at the onion ring with disdain, though?
I just, you know what? It's the same. I did. I looked at you sort of like I looked at Sam Flannel in the booth all the time. But I won't do it again, Terry.
Yeah, but I don't say silly stuff
No,
like
you don't.
like he does.
And you don't mess. And I should know this, that you're serious about your appetite and your
Yes.
bourbon.
Yeah,
that's true.
So no. I mean, like there's certain places. So I might have looked at it because maybe it didn't look like because it is more oniony, right? Than a regular. It's not deep batter, so you get that taste. So you made sure you get the little dipping sauce and boom.
Yeah, normal onion rings, you get a whole bunch of batter, and there's like a little bit of onion in there somewhere.
No.
Not here.
It's
It's an onion ring, a real one.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Scott Klingler, T-Foss, yes, I'm with you. Logan Stutzman says, I need some of the big Jim, not the Slim Jim. So, hey, Big Boy always gets that love out here. MPWMU, though, can't do the onion rings because it equals heartburn. He said, yes, I'm 40.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness I have a ironclad stomach. I don't get heartburn.
You don't get heartburn.
You know what,
like
before
that.
we just move off this game last night and stuff like this, because I see in the chat Clomp Sauce very poignant about Jonathan Bergeron, who scored last night, beautiful goal, not getting sent back down. You look at what we've talked about, right? The question mark on this team is, do they have the defense? Because what's being proven is that no matter what, with guys down, Two of your guys that you expected a lot of goals from. Tyler Bertuzzi injured 6 weeks. Verona out for personal reasons. Just those two in particular. We're not even talking about Soderstrom or anybody else. But the guys have gotten an opportunity and taken advantage of that opportunity, right?
For the most part.
For the most part when they've gotten that. So you see that. So as part of the journey and part of the build that these guys are taking this opportunity. Another guy who's out there that is making an impact, and he is a pro that doesn't get enough flowers, I think, is Austin Chernick. You know, just a third, fourth line capable guy, and the guys like him and the Sundqvist and the Adam Ernies doing their job. You saw Michael Rasmussen last night be an effective part and get on the score sheet too. So it's the team win. The team win. Right? Husso's the MVP. Without him, whatever like that. But that's what good teams do.
No, and if they go into Florida, they go down to South Florida, my stomping grounds, my home away from home. If they get the job done down there, then you know that will really be eye-opening, T-Foss. Because Florida Panthers is one of the premier teams in the NHL.
Right. And it shows, and here's this word again, consistency.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not surprised by what the Wings did last night. I would be surprised if they followed up with a similar effort against Florida. That's the thing we need to see. We need to start seeing them do back-to-backs, do a week of really good hockey, and then I'd be willing to say they're a playoff team. Not calling them one yet. I need to see more.
And that's fair.
Show us.
And that's fair because
Show me.
It's the consistency. What were we really good at back in the day, Terry? Just you going to sleep and waking up, and we put 6 out of 7 together.
I'll tell you what you guys are great at. Everybody has a stinker, and as soon as they have a stinker, you knew the next game they're going to be on point. Especially Chris Osgood. Every time we said Chris Osgood is a fresh face, he shouldn't be the goalie. He lets up soft goals, and then as soon as you say that, bam. You can't get the puck by him.
Both things.
Both things can
be true.
Both things can be true. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Man, Bear Pig, that big boy bobblehead is pretty badass. It is. You're a huge bobblehead guy.
It's the same one I got on my desk every day. That's
I got one in my basement.
Big D, big boy energy. Rocking.
And look, definitely we're going to talk Lions during the show. You guys know that we're going to do that. I got a big what if question for the Detroit Lions people out there. Rustin Burke says, any thoughts on Josh Dobbs? No, I've never had a thought on Josh Dobbs. I will never have a thought on Josh.
Is it 2B?
Space Dobbs. No,
Who's Josh Dobbs?
He used to be the quarterback at Tennessee. And anytime a team's up against it, quarterback-wise, his name always gets mentioned, but he's never any good, ever, anywhere he goes. So,
No,
whatever.
just don't throw out quarterback names. We're not biting it. Not going for it, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, and there's one I keep seeing in the draft all the time. I'm not going to say his name. But
AR?
And there's more and more talk to it. Dude, D-Man.
No, but, AR, Anthony Richardson, Florida, because and your boy, I don't care. The Lil Levis, they're talking about guys that now is the time between either the bowl game and the combine or the draft. That he's got pro.
Oh,
he's all pro. Forget about what you saw him do.
He's 6'2", 230. I heard it this morning on a national show I listened to on satellite. It's starting.
You know this is a conspiracy. People try to throw bullshit at the Lions. They'll know a guy's not good, but they know the Lions could be there to pick him up. This is, he's actually good, because they're hoping the Lions pick him, so their team doesn't do it.
Dude,
I got
don't fall for it.
I don't think you have to really worry about that.
D-Mac?
Because here's
I'm telling you.
Because Neal, do you trust in your guy? Your guy. Do you trust in your guy
That's a good point.
That's
a good point.
What does your guy do when he hears this? Is your guy like you? And then when I say Neal's guy, I mean Brad Holmes, the GM. Is he going to get – he's not going to get buffaloed. It's like when you say my guy and you say anything, this garbage that goes on in the hockey world, and then I go #Wiser playing 1919.
And then you tap out, right.
And then you laugh, and then I bring you back to reality.
No,
so more
I do.
so
like
than
it.
not, if you're not going to say, that's your guy, because you can't do the Iserman on the Holmes quite yet, but you pretty much go, oh, I see what you mean.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Rad Dad Scott. I miss Neal's straight-faced sarcasm. God damn. That could be the greatest. That could be the greatest text message we've ever gotten here. Right?
I love Neal's sourpuss face when he has to say something good about Michigan. For instance, in a few weeks, Neal's going to predict Michigan to beat TCU, and then he's going to say, "Well, I didn't." It's not so much in Michigan. This is about TCU. It's no good.
What does that mean?
What's
TCUs, does that mean they throw it all over?
Win a Rose Bowl?
They get their quarterback killed?
They've done that.
They do.
They've done that more recently than Michigan has. I'm
There's
just saying.
There's tone, Rad Dad, Scott, whatever.
All right, we're off and running. I'm going to tell you about the Sports Marketing Agency. They help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast is called This is the S Word. It's about the stigma of seeking help. Because, yes, there's a stigma associated with it. If you're struggling, if you know someone who's struggling, go to thesportsma.com. Thesportsma.com. The Sports Marketing Agency, they're here to help.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. What will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Welcome back. We are here at Big Boy down at the Wyandotte location. Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster made it in. Westy, Alex Westfall, Sam Flannel. I'll be here for a while now. Oakland doesn't have another game till December 18th at Boise State, so I'll be here for a minute.
That's exciting.
It is. Blue court?
They do.
They do?
They do, yeah. The middle part of it, they might have changed it as of recently. We haven't been there in a couple of years.
Right.
I've been on the blue turf, though. I
have?
got some pictures there.
Hey,
Yeah,
Neal.
absolutely, yes.
Why don't you cover Michigan football? Then you'd never have to go out of town.
Now, Terry, why are you being so disrespectful towards Michigan's schedule, Terry? What do you want? They can only play the teams in front of them, Terry.
Because I'm bad.
But they don't have to, Terry.
That's right.
They shouldn't. They should never leave.
Get that man some onion rings.
Yeah. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Dr. Dirty D, straight-faced sarcasm is fire. I do enjoy it. I told D-Mac during the break, I said that was some of my finer straight-faced sarcasm. It was. It was good to see that I haven't lost that touch. Mike G, Neal is tone loc.
Tone loco.
You know you've arrived when people start unloading on you. Congratulations.
Yeah. All right. You have something else, D-Mac?
No.
Go ahead. Now's the time.
No,
get it out of your system, boys. Now, I have a question for The Lions fans. Okay, hold on. Go Blue. Will Neal be held accountable when Michigan wins the Natty? He should have to wear University of Michigan gear for a week or something like that. I do think that they'll beat TCU. They ain't beating Georgia, though. If they beat Georgia, yes, I'll wear a Michigan shirt that day. I will. I'll wear a Michigan shirt.
And you'll stand up and you'll give them their flowers.
If you win at Ohio State and you beat Georgia, and again, you don't have to schedule hard. Just get in the thing.
Hey, and you know what? Like, think about the path. Like, if you believe in karma like I do or destiny, right? Michigan could be one of the teams that absolutely has beaten the number 4 team, will beat the number 3 team, and then beat the number 1 team.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? There'll be no question about anybody, because for them to win the national championship, they would have had to beat every best team. I just think that was cool.
And that's the thing here, Terry, with it, where I have no choice but to give them their flowers. If they beat TCU, everyone's going to say, "See, Neal, I told." No, they're going to beat TCU. They're a double-digit favorite in that game again, because they're always a double-digit favorite in every game they play. The only thing that's going to change a narrative is to go into the belly of the beast and beat an SEC team in a national championship game. Otherwise, it's the same, right, Sam? Mark me here, Sam. It's the same.
I mean,
it's the same as last year.
It would not the same.
Yes, it is.
No, because
yes, it is.
They would win in the semifinals. Getting to the national championship is the next step. I understand that it's TCU, but is TCU not a big game now? Is the college football playoff not a big game now? Is that where the goalposts are moving?
Do you fear TCU at all?
No, but they made it.
Do you not fear TCU in the first half doing what?
Oh, you know TCU is going to be up in the first half. Let's forget about that.
It's going to be 10-7.
Right.
In the second quarter, it'll be 10-7. You watch.
The whole thing is what you're worried about is them putting up points in the first half, because no one scores in the second half, very rarely, against this team. So
TCU would have to be up 28-7 in the first half to win.
Chuck Brewer says, "See, Neal is forced to give them flowers. Only way they'll give them any credit. I'll give you credit when you do something you haven't done before. That's when I'll give you credit."
Ohio State.
Yeah. And did I give him credit? Did I give him credit?
Sam, I agree with you. They want to play. If they beat TCU, then that's another step.
That's a scheduling thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
But technically, if we're gonna go by the truth and the facts of whatever, you've put a playoff win on your resume you haven't had before. So technically, it's progress.
Okay, and you know what? They could put something else on their resume without beating Georgia. Don't get your ass handed to you by the Georgia Bulldogs. That's progress.
A close loss. You'd reward them for a
agree
close
with that.
loss.
Hey, we celebrated with the Lions. Why not Michigan football?
The greatest loss in the history of Michigan football. It would be, right?
That would be it.
Would it be like that, Sam Flannel? Would it be like the Chiefs game a couple years ago with the Lions?
No, I wouldn't consider a loss.
Would it be like the Bills game?
No. But if they beat TCU, I will give Michigan credit for that. But at that point, you got to win against Georgia in order for me to give them credit. I'm not going to say there's no moral victories in the national championship game.
Alex Merrill says Neal's just moving the goalpost. No, it's what did I say? When I summed up the season last year for Michigan, what did I say? They went 1-2 in games that mattered against teams with a pulse.
Yeah, but if they win in the semifinals, that's a game that matters. I don't care if it's TCU.
Okay, yeah, all right. Then say you get cooked by Georgia, then you're 2-1, and what changed?
They made it to the national championship.
1-2.
Okay,
it's progress.
Yeah, you're talking about progress.
See, and again, we've hashed this out where I have a fundamental difference than Michigan fans do, because I think when you have the most resources, Terry, which Michigan does, right?
Well, other schools have high resources. Georgia does. Bama does. I mean,
not in terms of revenue that's generated by an athletic department. Facilities are comparable.
Yeah, but that goes to the field hockey team, so that's no big deal.
Now I will say this: where they have made an advancement is like I talked about last week, the whole handling of the Mozzie Smith thing. That's not your job to police people, man. It's not your job. What, Sam Flannel?
No.
And I don't care that. I don't care that came out yesterday. What came out yesterday? I don't care. That's the police job.
No, that was just, you're the only person in media that had that opinion that I heard of. And it actually made me think a little bit. Because before then I was like, yeah, they should have suspended him for the Indiana game.
No.
And I still say they should have suspended him for the Indiana game.
But if you want to be a Michigan man and get on your moral high horse, then yeah. See, I don't.
All right.
That's the police job.
Fair enough.
It's not my job to legislate morality.
I'm
here
hate
to
it.
win. It's Jim Harbaugh's job to win football games.
I don't hate it. Win a national championship at all costs.
They
can
didn't
do
put
it.
him in jail, so we're putting him on the plane and taking him to Indiana.
Hey, and they can do it this year. They
And
have
I'm-
a legitimate chance.
I'm sorry if that makes people uncomfortable, D-Mac. That's the way I feel.
But he would not have been suspended for the Indiana game because it happened the day of, and Michigan's excuse would have been, this was just dumped in our lap. Maybe, I don't know what the next game after Indiana was, maybe he'd be suspended for that game.
But whatever. That's not – I don't care about that. Again, Jim Harbaugh's not the police. Ward Manuel's not the police. So
Yeah, but they're in cahoots with the police.
perfect. What do you think? Terry, I know this for a fact. When there is a bar fight in Alabama and 2 defensive tackles, the police come to the bar fight and there's 2 defensive tackles. You know what happens to those defensive tackles in Alabama, right? They get dropped off at Nick Saban's house.
Right.
Guess who's sitting 50-yard line in the 5th row on that next Saturday's game?
Police chief. But
Like,
I
that's
don't
been my complaint.
Honey Bun, I don't deny that. What my attack is, Michigan people says, doesn't happen here. We're different.
Now, and that's true because I did say that, D-Mac. I said, once this happens, and this is where I had everybody, and I love these situations where I got you. You can't play that Michigan man card and high morals and stuff like that. Are you going to keep sending a mouse into a snake pit, or are you going to send your own snake? Because that's what you got to do. And that is where I'll give Michigan flowers and give Michigan respect. If you want to be on their level, you got to do the things they do to get at that level.
Well, yeah, absolutely. To your point, if this was a police issue, the question would be is that if it's followed by the law that he was released in time to go play. Again, that's how you run. Different programs run their departments differently, right? So you just like it because you think that they're acting more SEC-ish
right.
in doing this.
100%.
Which means you're getting more on the level.
Which
of what the
I don't
top
have a
teams
problem.
do.
I don't know why people say keep moving those goalposts. Am I moving the goalposts, Sam Flannel? I expect
You're
the
moving
national.
the goalposts on progress. You're not. Because the question you asked is, would it be a progress on the season from last year? You can't say that it wouldn't because
when you get to the playoff and you don't
can't
win,
say
you
it
don't get
wouldn't
more
because of
progress
what
until you
they've
win the
done.
national title. That's it.
No, you get progress for not. I mean, last year they played Georgia. They didn't even belong on the same field as we saw. If they go in and they beat TCU handily and then see what happens with Georgia, I think that's progress. You got J.J. McCarthy, Donovan Edwards, Mike Sanders-Still, Will Johnson. They're all coming back. It's a progression. This is a golden age of Michigan football that we're in. And it's all a big progression. Just enjoy the ride. I'm enjoying the hell out of the ride.
You know what the scary part is, though, right? And to play out where it is going to be Michigan, Georgia in the finals, is that you're really going to see how close you are, or if you're not even close, right? Because it could, to Terry's point, the fact of can you compete, and if you could compete this year in a competitive game and have a chance to win throughout that, then you've built something that you're there almost. But if you get trucked again, you're the best the rest of this country has to offer, and you still, like, at the end of the day, reality, the SEC is the SEC, the Georgia is the Georgias, the Alabamas. It's going to be tough reality. But I believe that this team, they're a team of destiny, man.
You're not exactly moving the goalpost, but you set yourself up that if Michigan doesn't win the national championship, you can say, "Oh, told you guys, nothing has
Well,
changed."
it's
still
championship
Michigan.
or bust at this point, dude. It is.
Yeah, but isn't that the same case for Georgia?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Ohio
Georgia's
State.
But,
defending
but that's
champ,
their
yeah.
expectation.
But it's always
If they-
been that way
yeah,
with the SEC
if they don't
teams.
win, do you think Alabama's sitting around going, "Oh, we're going to a New Year's Six bowl, pretty
They
decent
don't even
season"?
want to play.
No.
What if Michigan fans lost the Ohio State game and ended up in the Rose Bowl? What would you guys be saying? And I know because I asked you and I got the quote. But what would Michigan fans be saying, Sam Flannel?
That it was that they didn't do what they were supposed to do. That it was
No.
Yes, they would. Yes, they would.
Your line, T-Foss, his exact line. It would be a good season. No, it won't, Sam. Come on, a Rose Bowl. Yes, it would be a good season. One loss, it would be a good season.
It would be disappointing, but not a failure. But the good news is Michigan did go into Ohio State and curb stomp them, and now they're in the playoffs, and now they have a very good chance to win the national championship.
And as we know, all three things could be true.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Burn says Texas eclipse Michigan in resources, but they can't make a playoff. Well, that's because they have idiots in charge of making decisions, and they hire bad coaches. That's why. When are athletic directors going to get held accountable for this stuff? They never do.
They never do.
They never do.
They're
But you
the
know
GMs
what
of the
you know what they
teams.
get? If somebody wins, they get bonuses.
Bowl bonuses,
Right.
too.
No,
Absolutely.
No. You could be a wrestler, and if you win a national championship, the AD gets a bonus.
Absolutely.
Yes,
you need
sir.
Hey, if you got a big project going on,
Whoa.
You
There's
want a
only
bonus?
one place. I've been telling you all about that. I continue to tell you all about it. At Alta, Uptime Matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You look at the weather outside, you might have a bog project coming up. Alta Rent, they got you covered. Call them today. 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
The Fulling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling game. There are two ways to play, $12 unlimited open play or $120 lane reservation for up to 10 people, $2 mystery beer machine, and full bar. Check it out, or you can visit them online at FullingWarehouse.com.
Back at it here. We're live at Big Boy at their Wyandotte location. Interesting side note. One of the very few Big Boys that's actually franchise-owned. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, T. Foss, Terry Foster, Westy, Alex Westfall, Sam Flannel as well. Stick is out here. We got our guy Joey. Rogelio's out here as well. He has a Tigers question we're going to get to in the second hour of the show. And by the way, don't think I missed the whole Matt Boyd thing. I have some thoughts.
$10 million. DJ Shark, baby. What are you going to do? He's your ace at $10 million. Be happy. They just paid somebody $45 million a year.
Matt Boyd. We'll get into it. Hey, you guys don't want to miss this.
Listen,
I'm going to try to be calm
you
about
gotta
it.
build with twigs and berries, bud.
That's a hell of an
Twigs and
expensive
berries.
twig and berry. What are those, organic berries, man? Those ones are.
$10 million is not a lot in baseball.
For
a
Matt
pitcher.
Boyd?
Matt, he's a quality
No,
pitcher.
he's not. No, he's
your
not.
ace,
See,
baby.
Terry, you can't even say that
Lefty.
one.
Lefty.
Stop. All right, all right. Well, everybody just calm down.
Innings eater.
That's right.
Innings eater. Win.
Quality starts.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. And the Woodward merchandising people, listen up. Mike G, can I buy a maize and blue Woodward Sports tee with Neal's face on it, and it says moving the goalpost on the front, and it has two furnaces on the back of it?
By the way, Mr. Furnace, I trumped you. I now have 4 furnaces in my house.
Well, it's funny you brought that up because Spencer texted me. We were at shoot around yesterday in Syracuse, and he texted me that information.
Yeah.
I have 2 more furnaces being installed right now, and after I heard your thing, I'm on the docket to have one put in next week. I will be up to 5 furnaces.
Lindsay started it when I asked Lindsay Hunter. He has 3, so now these 2 guys. You got 4, you got 5. I got a space heater. Thanks.
Yeah, I got mine at Walmart. Just plugged them in.
Go
the
blue.
furnaces.
Hey, Woodward merchandise people, go blue. LOL. I'd buy that shirt. Rad Dad Scott. Neal's on it. I'd buy it. So hey, I'm just telling you guys. There's not my family members or anything.
Hey, with
There's
the
like real
finger
people.
pointing at you, like the stripes one, like
With
this,
just
like
deadpan sarcasm.
Just deadpan sarcasm.
I'd buy it too. I need something to tear up and wash my car with in the summer.
Both things can be true. All right, Lions talk. It's very basic. I have a very basic question for everybody, and I think that the depth of the answer will be surprising. What if they win? What if they beat the Vikings? By the way, they're up to a 2.5-point favorite at home against Minnesota. They're going to win this football game. What if they win, D-Mac?
Oh, we talked about this yesterday. That in all likelihood, like they could, taking it with the way the schedule it is, win out, or realistically only lose one game. We saw the way they played Minnesota earlier in the year, and the Minnesota game and the Buffalo game were the two games that we thought we shot ourselves in the foot with bad coaching decisions. Vegas is telling you that they believe in you. What does this mean, Neal? It means that the game against the Jets the next week, going on the road,
would be the biggest Lions game in 7 years.
They all are. Every game coming up is the biggest Lions game to see where you're at. The big thing to me, right, is that we've totally checked the mark of this team being a road team, being able to win on the road because they've won 2 games. Because 3 of those games are 3 games that are on the road that aren't really, I wouldn't call them easy games or easy places to play.
Less challenging road games.
Less challenging road games. And you know, Green Bay, obviously, I mean, you have the divisional games and stuff, but it's setting up, Neal, where this is the one where most people would, if you're going to lose one, expect you to lose this one, right? But you know you can win. You have reasons why you can win. Look at what this team is. And the number one reason is because they're getting healthy. Because we've seen that last week with the DJ Chark that can get separation. We got a kid named Jameson Williams coming back. Plus, you look at the way that this offensive line's playing. You look at the way Jared Goff's playing. You look at the way Ben Johnson's scheming. So the good thing is we're playing against Kirk Cousins. We got a tough Minnesota team. Obviously, one of the best receiver tandems in Thielen and Jefferson.
The line doesn't make
but
any
that's
sense.
Vegas, right?
Yeah, but you know, if they win, this whole town becomes scoreboard watchers, because right now you're not a real serious team to make the playoffs. I mean, you're right there. But if you win, the Lions are a serious contender to make the playoffs, and you're scoreboard watching.
I think you're still on the outside looking in as far as watching, but you're walking around the perimeter of the farm.
Right,
No, just
right
because
there.
of last week, Terry. Only reason I mean that is because of the apparentness of that tie between the Giants and Washington, so you have to win that extra game. So realistically, you're like, but in the back of your mind, all us Lions fans is like, why not? This team could, because they're trending that way. Now, don't throw all your eggs in the basket and everything else, but if they win this week, then we get excited. Then we start to scoreboard watch and say, yeah, maybe that could be it. What gets really interesting if they put it together to the last couple weeks of the season, because I think what Terry could be absolutely right. We're sitting there going, okay, we need this, we need that. What if this happens? What if that happens? Wouldn't it be nice to be in that situation?
I think Pistons Fan 11 on the WoodwardSports.com chat thread says it best. And this is great, Terry. If the Lions win, we start talking reckless. We will blow the top off of this thing. Mm-hmm. And that's, you know, the kind of real reckless. We will start talking reckless, will we not?
The town will be on fire because they're right there. They still have a losing record, but you know, when you start 1-6 and you at least get into the neighborhood of the playoffs, it's something to be excited about.
I love that line. We'll start talking reckless.
Reckless. Yes.
Could you imagine Monday's show? Could you imagine it? And they're favored in the game. They're almost a field goal favorite in the game.
They got that,
which doesn't mean anything.
No, but it
play the
does,
ball game.
But it does, though, Terry. And the reason it does is because when you look at the season in totality for the Vikings, And they're coming in here, what? They're 10-2. All right? They're 4-1 on the road. Mm-hmm. What, they going to go 15-2, the Vikings?
And it's not a game they really need.
You start working backwards from that, right? They're going to go 15-2, D-Mac? No, they're not going to go 15-2.
Here's the thing. They get punched in the face early. They got room to shut it down.
Yeah. They're going to go 6-1 on the road? No, they're not going to go 6-1 on the road. So those losses have to come somewhere. And there's not a lot of – you see what I'm saying? You guys know how I like to do this, right? Reverse engineer
what Vegas
everything.
Is doing.
Right.
You're breaking down on a bigger level of explaining why the Lions are favored. Because this is one of those, not the trap game, but this is, you look at Minnesota, that there's one to even out the ebbs and flows of the wins and losses, the way the season works.
Zach B says Kirk Cousins going to throw 2 picks to Kirby Joseph.
Hey, I could see it. I'm not laughing at it.
100%. MPWMU, Ford Field will be nuts. Cousins will be itchy. Here's a side note to all that, too. I just perused StubHub, for tickets to see what the get-in price was. It's up to $165 for the Lions-Minnesota game in December at Ford Field.
Right.
Who would have thought that?
Yeah, I know. And there's some tickets that not even you can afford, Neal.
I know.
So, yeah, it's getting crazy.
Well, I'll be out of town anyway, though, so I won't be able to go.
You wouldn't go anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to Army-Navy this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
You ever been to that game?
No, it's like a bucket list thing.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah, usually I'm working. I'm very, very hyped.
Bet the under. It's probably 29, but
20,
bet the
29.
under.
Are you going to be dressed like a private or something? Or
No. I'm just going to have my Army
on?
hoodie
You're
on.
going to have your civvies on?
No,
Are you cheering? Are you taking a side?
Yeah, Army.
Oh, okay. All right.
Army. Navy's great. They give everybody a ride to go to war.
Okay.
As he says this on Pearl Harbor Day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? As he says this 81 years ago today.
Rich cream of wheat. Neal has to go to his vacation house in the Hamptons. Not good real estate value there.
Weather's too
in the
cold
Hamptons.
in the Hamptons for him.
Yeah. No, I am. I'm fired. You know what I can't wait for? That flyover. Like if they got the stealth bomber or whatever. Yeah. So I can't wait for that, man. I'm excited about that. But yeah, what if they win? What if they win? D-Mac, what if you want a haircut?
Well, if you got a haircut or if you want to get in on a great contest, you go to the same place. That's Lady Jane's Haircut for Men. You come in for an award-winning haircut experience. You can register for the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win the down payment for your dream home. How does $200,000? $200K. How does that sound? Get in. Register today. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff-A Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
Hey, it's Sean Jordan from the Sports Marketing Agency, and SMA wouldn't be who we are without our amazing partners.
Thank you so much, Sean. At Detroit Wayne, we want to serve as a resource for you and your families. We offer mental health services, substance use disorder services throughout our communities, and we want to be that source and resource within the community.
If you or a loved one are suffering from a mental health or substance abuse issue, please don't hesitate to call 1-800-241-4949.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
The the only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
All right, time to talk about Phillips. No, not the Canadian South Park characters Terrence and Phillip, but Mike Phillips. Looking to buy or sell your home, whether you're a player or a fan, helping you buy, sell, or invest is Michael Phillips' top priority. Being in the game for 23 years makes Mike the #1 option for anyone. If you have real estate needs, call Michael Phillips at 313-403-0011. That is 313-403-0011.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Mr. Phillips is your buddy guy. He's your friend.
Buddy guy.
He's your friend, pal.
He's your friend, pal. He's your buddy guy.
Back at it, Woodward Sports Network, Big D Energy, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, T. Foss here in the house, Sam Flannel, Alex Westfall as well. Live at Big Boy at the Wyandotte location, one of the few actual franchise-owned Big Boy locations around, and we'll talk a little bit more about that coming up in the second hour of the show. I did want to talk about this, and a lot of times you get the best topics just through the run of conversation. And our guy Stick was here, and we were kind of kicking it back and forth. We were talking about DeAndre Swift, and that was like the show topic that we had lined up, T-Foss. Swift looks to be healthy. It's pretty apparent that this offense is a different offense when DeAndre Swift is healthy. And T-Foss, it is, man. I mean, it's incredible the difference that he makes.
Right. But he is a borderline playmaker. That's why it looks different. He's a guy who has a skill set that very few in the league have. But got to be healthy.
Got to be healthy. And the reason, D-Mac, I believe that he could be a wide receiver in the National Football League. I believe that.
No, I mean, yes, with the skill set, and we've seen what he can do. The whole thing with him is availability, isn't it?
Correct.
Right? What availability? Now, the biggest thing that I like is the fact that wherever they're using the workload, but it seems like they're not they don't have to put him in the tough situations, right? They don't have to put him in the car crash situations. They have different guys that are doing that. So whatever makes them available. Again, we're talking about running backs, right? So the running back position isn't as valuable to your salary cap because they're more so a dime a dozen. So to your point, it's almost like that. You see how Amon-Ra St. Brown, the possession receiver, has turned that inside slot has turned into sort of the hybrid tight end, sort of takes the tough yards and stuff like this. It's almost like the flex receiver from a running back to a wide receiver. There's almost that position being built too. Isn't there around the league where you're using a lot of these running backs that can catch that have speed that you don't want to be hurt? So,
you know why he could be a wide receiver? Because he's got this ability to plant his foot in the ground
and go.
I'm going to Mississippi, but I'm planting my foot in the ground, and all of a sudden I'm going to North Carolina. You didn't even see it.
Right.
That's why he could do that, and he's got some speed about him too.
That's
absolutely.
East-West, right? For us geographically challenged Canadians here, like you're going this way.
Like if Darren had that ability, I'd call it white boy wiggle.
Woo-hoo.
That's what he's got.
Woo, WBW.
Yep.
You've never been called that before, have you?
No, but I bet you Flannel Sam was on his honeymoon night. White boy wiggle, there he goes.
I bet, Sam.
I think that's a Lil Wevis song. White boy wiggle.
Oh, my gosh. Real quick, a little bit of breaking news. Purdue head football coach Jeff Brom is finalizing a deal to be the head coach at Louisville. So there's that. Going back home, that's where he was a quarterback. Very, very good quarterback as well, was Jeff Brom. I believe his style will fit a little better in the ACC as well. But, he's leaving the Big Ten, going to the ACC. So there is that. You know me, I'm trying to always set you up for something, guys. And I want to take this DeAndre Swift thing, kind of turn it on its axis a little bit and say, okay, healthy. DMAC, healthy. Sam Flannel, health. All you guys, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. It's all about the health. Okay. Jamal Williams is a free agent at the end of this season. Health is a concern for you guys, right? You still have DeAndre Swift, another year left on his rookie deal. He's leading the NFL in touchdowns. He's at an all-time high right now as far as a bull market goes.
Yeah, but you can't.
So what's the play?
Well, the play is probably off from 8 or 9, right? Hopefully
8 or 9.
Listen, is this team? Can we agree? Yes, he's had a phenomenal season. He's Sam Plano had tone pre-show because he said when we're talking this conversation, he went, Jamal Williams is about to break Barry Sanders' touchdown record, and the tone that he said it was in was like in disgust, right? Do we all agree? I believe that it's the offensive line that makes this team go. Yes, Jamal Williams having a great and being able to punch it in and do those things, whether it's Craig Reynolds back there, no matter who it is, DeAndre. So to me, it's more of the value. I guess before I answer that question, I would defer to you. And I'd have to go, well, where are we money-wise? And because to me, if Derrick Henry's making $10 million.
Yep, 10.5.
Then you
can't pay him 8.
You can't make. But then where does it fit in with your salary structure? To me, if this team is going to get better and get to that next step, and if they are on the precipice of a playoff team, then next year when the clock runs out, for sure they must be a playoff team. There's a couple guys that are going to have to take the hometown discount. He's one of them that I think that, like, if you 2 at 8. 16 over 2, like something like that. Is it there? It's not there. See, that's the that's why there. I'm relinquishing to you.
Yeah.
But is it there with everything you have going on?
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Mike Heilton says, White Boy Wiggle is my stripper name as of today. T-Foss, where do you stand on this? Not on the stripper name.
I can do without Jamal Williams. I want him on my team, but no, I'm not paying him a lot of money. Because when you look at his touchdowns, I think 60% of them from 1 yard out. You could find anybody, maybe I shouldn't say anybody, but you could find a guy to do that. What you can't do is you can't depend on him for getting you from the 20 to the 2 yard line. That's Swift. That's what he does. Now, as far as punching it in, you keep this offensive line, you find yourself a bulldog, give him the ball at the 1.
Like, I'm going to spend the money I would on my offensive line. So I'm rather give Sewell the extra money, $2 million a year.
Which you don't have to worry about for a while. You don't have to worry about Sewell for a while.
But if I'm keeping the offensive line, to Terry's point, yes, I don't think there is every Tom, Dick, and Harry that can run from there. I think it is a skill because I think more times than not, how many times do we see that – third and
bro, you don't have to spend that money now.
But you don't have to spend it.
I'd rather spend it on a linebacker.
I agree with you.
You can spend it on defensive tackle.
Yes. The money's spent elsewhere and somebody else. So, no. Like, where does he fit in with this team?
So, and to me, it's not necessarily where does he fit in with the team. It's where do you fit in from a salary.
That's right.
Comparable
Where does he fit in salary cap for this team?
And look, it's pretty much unanimous
Brad
here.
Holmes is right-hand guy.
Nick Hedigan, sign him. Kyle Ramos, we're definitely signing Jamal. Nick says lock him up. Man Bear Pig, I'd keep Jamal at the right money. And so here's the deal. I am in the $5-ish million a year camp. That is more, just under. Is he? Do you value him the same as Austin Eckler?
No,
I value him more because of what he brings. See, you guys are forgetting that I think there was some jam and glue in the locker room.
Okay,
so that goes to. So if you say he's worth $7, then I can give. Then right now I'm thinking he's a $7 million guy. Like,
I
there's
value him
something
less.
in there to the locker room, the jam, the work ethic. What he does, that means something in that locker room that's worth.
Because Aaron Jones is an $8 million guy. Alvin Kamara's a $9.5 million guy. Derrick Henry's a $10.5 million guy. Christian McCaffrey's $11.5. You see what I'm saying? I'm in that James Conner at 5.7, Austin Eckler 5.7.
I give him 7.
See, that's.
And see how it works, but no,
too much.
I think there's something you can't not look inside the locker room and what he brings to Allen Park, and I think that's the one thing that as fans is that we don't know from being on the inside. All right,
D-Mac, my question for you: You offer Williams $7 million.
Remember, I'm the worst one to ask about money.
No. You got to answer.
I forgot that. Damn it. That's on me. I got to be better. I got to be better.
You offer him $7 million, and he says no. Now, do you say, all right, see ya, or do you say, sit your ass back down, let's hammer this out, and maybe you're willing to go higher?
At that point, it's because I think then it's gonna. This is what I can. This is what I can do for us moving forward. I'm gonna give you this because Eckler, and then make that. But I'm also gonna bump you up. They're at 5.5, but I'm gonna give you 7 because you mean that much. This is all we can do. You see what we're building here. It's 7 or go get 9 or 10 somewhere else because somebody else will pay him. Somebody's dumb enough to like somebody will pay him his money if he wants to go out and get it.
And that's the thing too. Like Joey Two Times says, 2 years, $7 million. That's not realistic either, because he just led the NFL in touctouchdowns.
Like 2 years, 15
He's
million.
not taking a pay cut after he leads the league in touchdowns.
What's he make this year?
4. I want to say 4.
Oh yeah, no. You're gonna have to give him 14 over 2. Or maybe Terry, I'll go 14.5. If he's that valuable, if he's checked the mark that I can't lose this guy in the locker room.
Yeah, I see. I will miss him more because of his locker room presence than what he does on the football field.
He's a $4.4 million cap hit this year.
Okay. I think his rah-rah and this ain't us and all that stuff, that's valuable in that locker room because of Dan Campbell. And he's kind of like his player hype man. So I look more, I think his value is more in that locker room than on the football field.
He's currently on the last year of a 2-year, $6 million deal, but the money was backloaded. So that's why he has a bigger cap hit this year. So it's just one of those things where keep an eye on that. It was a good little.
So wait. So let me go to the mentality of the player.
Yes.
So you're saying that right now, these last 2 years, he's made $3 million?
I mean, on average, yeah.
On average, right? So you might go into him with $6 million, double, right?
So
and you're still getting him at a deal. I'm just saying,
I can't pay him more than Austin Eckler's making, man. I can't. I can't.
Okay, here's the whole thing. Sometimes, right, to a player like this, which I'm going to compare a locker room guy more important than things on the right, then that doesn't jive.
All right.
You're going to ruin. Like, that's fine. You might as well get rid of him, right? Because if that's your thing is I can't pay you more than this guy, no, you're going to look at Austin Eckler and go, he makes this, and I'm going to give you $6 million.
All right, can I address
I'm
cheap
still
ass
getting
Neal
less than
for a
10.
minute?
Yeah. Yes,
Cheap
please.
ass Neal.
Yes, sir.
At some point, yeah, you don't want to pay him more than Austin Eckler, but you have to understand that Eckler's going to re-sign also for more than you signed Jamal Williams. It was like Matthew Stafford for like 15 minutes was the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, but the running back position's different, Terry.
I know, but
it's different.
It's still, what's his value to your team?
No, and
you
that's
can't pay him $6 million a year.
No, because I can plug Justin Jackson in that role.
Okay, you can plug him in that role, but does he have the effect of what Terry and I were talking about in the room when the Dan Campbell regime with what they're building? No, you can't just look at it as this is where you can't just look at it as your draft cap because I need to fit the money correct. This is where the human nature and putting the team together.
Yeah, you can.
And here's the beauty: you're talking about $1 million here, $2 million here, peanuts compared to when you make the mistake of offering a guy like Deshaun Watson $40 million a year, 50, or Lamar Jackson $50 million. You can't miss on that contract. This one, there's
Neal,
room to
when you become
around.
a GM, you can't look at it. Well, I can't pay him more than so and so because you pay him what you think he's worth, what his value is.
And I guess that's a long way.
So-and-so's going to make more than him the next year.
I guess that's a long way of me saying that I don't buy into what he provides at that level. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I think it's replaceable.
If you don't believe that, then you stick by your guns.
And then you move on, just like anything else. Then he's just another DJ Chark.
Right, and again too, and D-Mac, like you say that. Well, are you going to chip away a couple million here, a couple $1 million there? You guys like Roquan Smith? That's what I keep hearing all the time, right? You guys like him? Right?
Yes.
Everybody loves Roquan Smith, right?
Yes.
Right, and so these are conversations too that you haven't even brought into the conversation.
You want me to get in that mix?
Who do you want to go get? Right, if Roquan Smith isn't at 20-some million, isn't on your radar, then obviously Jamal Williams getting re-signed a little bit more. But if he is, you got a nickel and dime everywhere else to save to go to that big contract I'm talking about. You just can't miss on that big contract.
No, and look, I agree. And I agree that Cintron is goated in the energy drink game. It's the official energy drink of the Red Wings. They've combined all three of their delicious flavors in a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. You can try Cintron's great tasting cranberry, classic, and sugar-free all in one Red Wings themed package. Okay. Pre-order your Cintron 6-pack sampler box today at cintronworld.com/Red Wings. Get energized with Cintron, and let's go Red Wings.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Markets, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Neal Ruhl here for Custom Health Centers. You can get your customized approach to weight loss. Think of all the ways that weight affects your health mentally, emotionally, spiritually, of course, physically. Custom Health Centers has had over 20,000 success stories, like our guy Kyle on the screen here. He's down 38 pounds with Custom Health Centers. You can start losing weight today. Call Dr. Jason and Custom Health, 844-789-THIN. That's 844-789-8446.
Hey guys, how are you? Yeah, we're here in your studio, and of course you head out to Big Boy when we come down to see you again.
Yeah, missed you last time, and we miss you again.
We're here for a really good cause because every year we love to team up with Lady Jane's and Wicked Awesome Wishes to make a big donation to help out all the great charitable causes that they do. And so I unveiled one of my, let me pull it out of my pocket.
Oh,
there.
yeah, get this out of Dave's pocket.
Yeah, I walk around with
he carries these
big checks like this all the time. It's just easier to read. But yeah, so a $5,000 check on behalf of us at 101 WRIF, Dave and Chuck the Freak, and of course, Beasley Media, our parent company. So we were happy to.
5,000, trust me.
Yeah, it does say 5,000 right there. Happy to be a part of that today and make that donation. Really looking forward to the event coming up December 20th. I know you guys are going to talk a little bit more about that in just a second, but it sounds like a really cool day. Lots of great things there for a lot of people in need. So it's awesome you guys are a part of that.
Yeah, it's cool to have Jeff Okuda helping out that way and, you know, get a chance to help some kids who could really use it. So we're excited to be a part of it. And next time we do this, guys, maybe be in the studio.
Yeah, like maybe if you could be here for it.
we could hang out.
Know, that'd be nice if you were actually a part of it, instead of taking off.
Well, maybe it's an excuse for me to go to Big Boy.
Yeah, sure. WickedAwesomeWishes.org is the website, by the way. And again, you're going to hear more about everything that's going on, but check it out and help out if you can and see all the great things they're doing. And also, I believe Darren hit on my wife at a recent Red Wings event.
Woo!
So next time you're here, we maybe will just talk off to the side.
Oh,
Darren,
well,
right?
you would be in big trouble.
Yeah.
You would
All
be
right.
in big trouble,
Good
my
luck.
friend.
Good luck. See you soon. See you guys soon.
He's 6'5".
Listen, she was hitting on me, Dave. You know what it is. And Uncle Chuck, anytime those guys are in there, love Dave and Chuck the Freak. Anytime we can do things together. I'll see you out, Dave. I'll be in there. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe downtown. You know where I'll meet you. How about at the Midway?
No, yeah, absolutely. We can meet up with them at the Midway. We could talk about everything that is going on with the Wicked Awesome Wishes on December 20th. And a big shout out to Dave and Chuck the Freak, Jeff Okuda of the Detroit Lions, Chad Johnson and the Wicked Awesome Wishes Foundation, as well as they'll be doing their annual Hope for the Holidays. New shoes, Wicked Awesome clothing, warm coats, hats, and socks for some of the underprivileged families in and around Detroit. That's exactly what it is all about. But Dave and Chuck the Freak, they always want us to go around their schedule. Hey, Dave, how about you guys work around our schedule for once? Maybe we could try it that way. But as D-Mac said, the Monroe Street Midway, that might be the way to go at it. Maybe we could do a little inter-show winter bumper cars contest. What do you think about that?
Winter bumper cars, that's some way. That's old school TFOS way to end a argument in the neighborhood.
Yeah, absolutely. They have the Arctic Slide as well. The puck putt,
Well,
D-Mac.
you know what? Pick up a hockey stick, working on your Scoro, right? In case you get the Scoro at the hockey games.
Absolutely. They have the Midway Arcade going on around there. Lots of food and everything going on. Also, Santa sightings. That's right. Santa showing up for photos all the way from November 18th to December 22nd on Thursdays and Fridays from 4 to 8 and Saturdays and Sundays from noon to 4 p.m. That's free for anybody to go out there. T-Foss, you'll get a picture with Santa.
Times. And I took you can take pictures of the Christmas tree, everything down there. It's fun.
Absolutely. So T-Foss, he's been getting it in down there already. You guys should too at the Monroe Street Midway. All you got to do, go to deckedoutdetroit.com for all of your winter fun information. It's a Monroe Street Midway in Decked Out Detroit. Back at it here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, T-Foss, Terry Foster here in the building. We are live at Big Boy at the Wyandotte location. Shout out to our guy Habib, the owner here, for always taking care of us as they always do. And we're just chopping it up, just kind of finishing up this conversation. And I know that it's Lions Mania, and I know that if they beat the Minnesota Vikings this weekend, which Vegas is telling us they are, that we're going to lose our ish when it comes in on Monday. Pistons fan 11 said we'd be talking real reckless. So all those things certainly will happen. But I do like to keep an eye on the financial side, D-Mac, because it's what I do. Now, you value the locker room thing. I, too, value the locker room thing. But not to the tone that some others might, I guess. And that's where the cold-hearted office side of the people who weren't in the locker room, maybe that's where it rears its ugly head. But, yeah, it's one of those things, too, where, and I keep seeing Bijan Robinson. Other also things, too. Thomas Perry here. Neal, I saw you on the ACC network last night. That blue Argyle sweater, are you kidding me? Pure lady killer.
Did you have a lady killer on last night?
I don't Argyle.
Ready for the T-Foss collection there? You've been giving them some fashion tips?
T-Foss, are you pro Argyle sweater?
I like Argyle, but I'm more into Argyle socks.
Those are strong. I'm not going to lie to you.
That little kick down there.
Yeah, those are strong. But for me, it's one of those things where the value of the running back position certainly has changed. When you look at the best running back in the game making $11.5 million, it's just I'm not interested in going down.
Here's
those
the
roads.
question, right? You just mentioned, so roughly to say that you got Jamal Williams this year for $3 million. Look at the value, right? The value you have him at for what you're paying him to the production that he's giving you, right? That's what you need. That's how you get better. The minute that you overpay him or pay him even market value, right, then you're not getting ahead. So these are questions, and we always bring up the questions. You always bring up the questions. Oh, is he on his rookie contract? What's his deal like? This and that. These are the guys, like we mentioned, Chark. Well, you got 1 year. We can get rid of him. There's other guys that are coming up, and honestly, it depends on where you go back to Brad Holmes and where does he value and which free agents are they looking at? Are they looking to go after a Roquan Smith, which As a Lions fan, I hope so.
Right.
If they have that value there,
D-Mac.
because that's the middle of the
D-Mac,
linebacker crew that
don't
you can
play his
solidify.
little games.
I play his little reindeer games.
This town
it's
is
Christmas.
one game away from exploding. And here comes Buzzkill Neal.
Oh, stop,
Hey, guys,
T-Boss.
let's be responsible.
Let's look about the future.
Let's not spend
Let's
money.
look about what are we
Let's,
going to do in the off season.
What do you mean, Killjoy? I'm telling you, I want the Arsenal to go after Roquan Smith. You guys want to? We don't. We want to jump in the pool, man.
Come out
I'm
here
thinking
and just say that.
now.
Be careful. We can't overpay anybody else. We have to have Roquan Smith.
Now we
So
got to be
I
responsible.
bury the lead. Yeah, it's both things can be true, Terry. Both things can be true.
I like when Terry says all three things can be true.
That's because flannel was all over the
I
place.
get it, but I mean, I like that little. All three things can be true. Looks like everything can be true.
DNC ENT says Dallas isn't paying two halfbacks, Pollard or Zeke, is going to be hitting the market. Oh, that will be Zeke because he has he has a $15 million bonus that's due. I can't remember if it's March 1st or July 1st. It's one of the two.
Yeah, let's get Zeke when he's washed up. That's so much fun.
Yeah. So don't. If you want to see Zeke Elliott in a Cowboys uniform, you got about 6 more weeks left. That's it. Those will be the only times that you will see it because his days for the Cowboys are coming to an end quickly. However, my days of getting lobster rolls are only just beginning.
All right, and Woodward Sports loves lobster, certainly. And what better way to get your fix than Cousins Maine Lobster? With 2 trucks rolling around Detroit, you can be sure to find the best lobster rolls, lobster tots, and lobster tacos to power through the day. Go to cousinsmainelobster.com to find the schedule.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You can get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Let Guardian Alarm give you peace of mind no matter what you're doing, your personal or your business. I've been telling you about the great stuff Guardian Alarm does in keeping you safe. Now, if you want to be part of the Woodward Sports Big D Energy family, you can be, but I need you to call. Give them a call today, 1-800.
Hey, out.
That's 1-800.
Hey, out.
How many days of straight flannel protection? 170 straight days of flannel protection, and if he protected flannel from Lindsey Hunter yesterday from his Legend Killer takes, Guardian Alarm can protect you. Give him a call today, 1-800.
Stay out.
Stay out of the Hall of Fame, Ben Wallace.
He's already in.
Oh,
he's
that
already
is
in.
brutal. Wait till he
1-800
comes
get out.
on the show himself. Anyways, Guardian Alarm, your local security experts.
Welcome back, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, et al. Out here today, and we are live at Big Boy at the Wyandotte location. We welcome in our guy, Habib Baydoun. No relation to Adam from the Morning Woodward Show. We already asked about that.
But even if he was, he wouldn't admit to it.
Yeah, but that'd be a smart move by him. That would be. He's a business owner in the community, locally respected man in the community. Habib, appreciate your time. Appreciate you having us out here to Big Boy. I love it every time we come out here. Sam Flannel's been wearing a flannel for 170 straight days. I wish we were at Big Boy for 170 straight days.
Yeah.
What's up, man? How you doing?
How you doing? Good. How are you?
Oh, very, very good, man. So you have a little bit of a unique story. You're a franchise owner of Big Boy.
Franchise owner, yes.
Absolutely. You own 2 locations, Woodhaven and Wyandotte. Okay, so most of Big Boys are corporate. What does that mean? What's different?
We're all together as a team, but corporate and franchise. Franchise as a franchise store, we run it as a family and different operation, but we're all together as the same thing. If you go to a company store franchise, they all run the same. We just like I said, we all work together as a team.
Absolutely. And certainly, too, DMAC, we've talked about it, too. Menu changes for Big Boy. And Habib, you've said it yourself. We were talking before the show.
Yeah.
More of a faster, casual kind of flow you got going on now.
Yes, so we're hopefully working on a location in Plymouth as a fast casual concept. It's like the one on Southfield on Telegraph Road. It's a newer a prototype that we're looking at, and hopefully it goes well. But it's a smaller menu focusing on our signature dishes like the Big Boy, the Slim Jim, our great hand dip shakes and other items.
My question, Habib, obviously is like being a franchise owner and being so young too. What drew you to Big Boy?
Well, my dad, he grew up with Big Boys, and I grew up with it, and then it's all because of my dad. So
knowing a little.
I grew up in the family with Big Boys, so and then my dad, I learned from his footsteps and everything, and going from there. But overall, it's everybody loves Big Boy, and as a kid, I used to love it every day going there. So.
Well, and then now it gives you an opportunity to say, okay, maybe I would do this a little bit better, or I would do this different if we walk in.
You learn.
One of the big things, and I'm prejudiced because my colors are red, black, and white, but the minute you come in here where you notice that it's, especially here, it's livened up. It's not your same old Big Boy and stuff.
On our WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Habib, you're getting some love on there. Paul Thomas says, I like this man. So right away,
thank you, Paul.
Yeah, maybe it's the smile. I don't know. But T-Foss, are you going to ask Habib to make a solemn promise to you that the onion rings will stay forever at Big Boy? This man is on a campaign for onion rings. He loves them. And can you reassure him? Are the onion rings ever going to go away?
The onion rings are never going to go away.
All right, beautiful.
And matter of fact, we're going to make you a good order of onion rings.
All right, beautiful. I've been eating them since I was a kid with Grandma at a Big Boy downtown.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, though, and Habib, look, like we all have those stories, right, from when we were younger and things like that. Yeah, there it is.
The Big Boy sauce.
Yeah, there it is, right there. The famous
You still
sauce.
have the Big Boy comic book?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, bam.
You do not, do you?
I have a Big Boy. I have a couple of them actually, but there's a lot of them. But I don't have every single one of them. But
okay.
What is Big Boy doing to stay relevant menu wise? Because you talked about COVID was a big shift with everything. People's tastes have shifted. Our style of eating has shifted as well.
So a lot of things have changed since COVID and our menu. As you know, restaurants got hit the hardest during the pandemic,
right?
And we're trying to rebound right now, but. We did minimize our menu just because, reasons of, because of the restaurant and the pandemic. But our main goal is to focus on our signature items. Like I said, the Slim Jim, the Big Boy, our famous hot fudge cake, our hand dip shake.
Yes.
Everything is made here in the commissary in Warren. So everything is made in-house, fresh from our soups, our sauces, our dressings. So that's very big key for Big Boy. And we're happy to be part of the team and to grow and see the future of Big Boy. So
all right, since I'm here, can I just start making demands? Can we have Seafood Friday back?
Yeah, Seafood Friday during Lent. We do that during Lent. Darren Lent,
It should
we
be
do-
year-round.
Anything else? Habib's a man of action. Anything else you got?
Let me see. You brought the coleslaw back because coleslaw disappeared for a while.
Yeah.
They're bringing you onion rings.
Isn't that the
I think Terry's used his 3 wishes here, man.
To be able
No. I'm making demands now.
There's more of demanding, but you
may as well
see that.
Yeah. We just
I
keep
like
going
it.
until they
We're
say
gonna
that.
benefit.
We'll just make you a fresh order of onion rings right now.
And that'll be enough for him.
Okay.
Habib, that'll be enough for him. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jeb Large says, hell yeah, big boy is flipping good. So there you have it. Habib, I appreciate you, A, having us out here.
Thank you, no
B, coming on here and chopping it up with us as well, man. Anything we can do, let us know.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
having me.
absolutely. Habib Baydoun, he is not relation to Adam
He's the
Baydoun.
good one.
He's a good
Baydoun.
Baydoun. He got the good Baydoun side. But T-Foss, you're satisfied now, right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure the man, since I'm in front of the man, may as well throw your weight around.
Yeah.
How many opportunities do we get to do this?
Anytime. Thank you.
Well, Habib, quick before we let you go, Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
We got to make it to the playoffs, but I don't know if we are. I don't
What
know.
if they win this Sunday?
If they win this Sunday.
Free big boys for everybody, right?
Free big boy at Wyandotte. And for you.
For me, all right, I appreciate it. Hey, Habib, appreciate
Thank
you
you, guys.
sliding
Thank
through,
you so
man.
much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Habib
Bye-bye.
Baydoun, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, but T-Foss, you did it. You brought the coleslaw back. You brought the seafood bar back. You did it all.
Hey, that's what I'm a mover and shaker, baby.
You are. I mean, that's a man, D-Mac, when you look at T-Foss, that's a man that gets things done in the corporate world.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know,
I'm not
but
here to
here's
play
one
the game.
thing.
I'm here to run the game.
Listen, but not only that, this T-Foss, he just shows up to the franchisees. So we got obviously here in Wyandotte and the Woodhaven, but decisions can be made right away. Look at that. Seafood back in Lent. He's getting his onion rings. T-Foss, man of action for the people in the city. Same with Big Boy.
Right, absolutely. Duke Nukem, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Could you imagine Donovan Edwards with that first step running behind the Lions' offensive line? Now, here's something, Sam Flannel, and everyone's going to say, oh, Neal, there's no room at the inn for you. There's no room on the bandwagon. When you guys were all drooling over Blake Corum and telling me how he's going to win the Heisman, I was trying to tell you he's not even the best running back on his team.
He is not the best running back on his team. You've seen what Donovan Edwards has done in these last 2 games, put together the single greatest 2-game stretch any Michigan running back has ever had on the biggest stage. This dude is explosive. He's on another level. But to be fair, Blake Corum's production, I think, warranted him a trip to New York if he would have been healthy for the Ohio State game. Both things can be true.
So both things can be true. What is it? Wednesday? Tuesday? What is it? Wednesday, right?
It's a Wednesday. Hump day.
Hump day, exactly.
You should have patented that line so you get paid every time we say it.
I'd be rich right now. There's no doubt about it that I would be rich right now. Terry, Mike G wants to know, are you going to bring back the all-you-can-eat cherry pie?
I would love to. However, Big Boy is more famous for his strawberry pie.
And it's hot fudge Sunday.
Right.
That hot fudge Sunday. And you're right.
But I am a banana cream pie guy.
You're a banana cream pie.
Jeb Large also says the seafood bar is on point. Look at you, T-Foss. You're a conduit to today's consumer.
What can I say?
Yeah.
They should put me in corporate.
I've been saying that for a lot of years. Which corporate, though?
Oh, man. Chuck Brewer, 160 yards on 2 plays that were sellout defense. Edwards is more talented than Corum. Edwards is more talented. Corum is still the better back, though.
No, Donovan Edwards is on a whole nother level. He's going to be a first-round draft pick when he comes out after next season.
You know what's sad though?
No.
Which would have been as watching is to imagine having those two healthy 1-2 combo playing in Georgia.
Right.
I mean, like that's
How about Blake Corum is more experienced? Can we agree on
he
that?
falls forward.
Yes.
That's so I've been told.
WoodwardSports.com.
Did I do that right?
Chat thread. Jeb Large says, what about Blake Corum in the second round? I'll let you respond to that, Sam Flannel, so I don't get labeled as being a hater.
I don't know if I would take him in the second round, but maybe like the third or a fourth. I think he can be a decent pro. I don't think he's going to be a starter, but Blake Corum proved this last season that he is an every down back in high-level college football. So we'll see.
Then if you don't think he's a starter, you're not taking him in the second or third round.
Bingo.
How about the 5th round?
I mean, he will be a valuable piece to an NFL team. I'm planting that flag right now. Right now.
hopefully it works out better than the Nebraska and Scott Frost flags that you planted.
Most things do.
Let me tell you something that is a first-round talent. The Big Boy Burgers and Loaded Fries for limited time only. The all-new Burgers and Loaded Fries are here at Big Boy. We're sitting in one right now. They have the burgers and the loaded fries. It's not just a Slim Jim. It's the Big Jim. The chili cheese, that's a tease. Guess what else is new? It's the Bacon Blue. And while you're at it, upgrade the fries. What are we doing here, folks? Chili cheese fries? Yup. Baked potato fries? Yup. Nacho fries? Yup. That gets an extra yup for the nacho fries. Satisfy those taste buds here at Big Boy.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Neal Ruhl here for Chili Peppers Tanning, where you'll find spotless, sanitized rooms and trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club. Get all the best deals. They'll beat the competitors' prices by at least $5. You can pick up the Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Cal Tan, and Swedish Beauty lotions as well. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. The hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. They are your vitamin D headquarters. 27 locations. More on the way. It's Chili Peppers Tanning, y'all. Back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network.
And congratulations, Neal.
To me. For what?
To you. And you can thank me. I just talked to the people at Big Boy here. Now, when you upgrade your fries, you're going to have a Neal Ruhl fries.
Oh, it's
some fries.
It's the Neal Ruhl.
Neal Ruhl fries are now on the menu.
Are they a discount to market on the price,
no.
too?
You're going to have fries and a little ham and cheese on top of it.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I would definitely do that. Coming up next segment, we'll have D-Max 5 for fighting. We'll go a little bit deeper into hockey talk, so make sure that you don't miss that. I did want to get into this Tigers thing, and with Scott Harris. And you guys know, I just look, we're not going to spend a ton of time on it. I just want to get the feel for the room. He's telling you right now that they're not going down the big name free agent thing. He's telling you that right now. He's not saying it per se.
Oh, he told you flat out.
Well, yeah.
He told you flat out. When he made his big boom on the open market.
Yeah. Matt Boyd. I got to know. Who was he bidding against for Matt Boyd? Because in what world are you giving Matt Boyd a $10 million contract? Based on what? Based on what metric? Based on what performance? Based on what talent that we've seen? Based on what?
Well,
anybody.
Here's the thing. I think discount the market to whatever else. The fact that $10 million, this is your focal point of your pitching staff. I think it just pretty much here's your, here's your guy. Everybody else is going to either be a young guy. You're going to try to develop guys that you already know, but this is your marquee guy. And you know what, Neal? When my marquee pitcher is making $10 million, you really know where you're at.
No. He's not your ace.
Oh, he's not.
No, Eduardo Rodriguez is.
Oh, I forgot
your $250
about him.
million
I didn't
that
know
you
he
spent
was
free
showing
agency
up
last year.
Oh, he's going to show up this year?
Who knows? Maybe if he's got nothing better going.
Now again,
he'll
was
pitch next
Eduardo
year.
Rodriguez on the books before Scott Harris could get there? And right,
that's fair.
Fair, right? I'm saying in the Scott Harris regime, right now, he's telling you. This is what he's telling you: is that we got a lot of work to do. Is what you just said. I got to clean this out, the Candelarios and all the Castros and all this, and regroup and let me see where they're at. My question to you, Neal, is forget about the Matthew Boyd and 10 million, whatever like that. Don't you finally, for the first time, we moved up from the 6th to the 3rd pick, and at least it's like I said to Rahili, I go, oh, okay, who are we going to get that we need? Right? Wasn't talking about pitchers or whatever, was talking outfielders and stuff like this. Scott Harris making the decision for the third pick is so much better than anybody else in previous having the first pick.
And Terry, I asked for a pound of flesh, right? With the Alavila thing. I got my pound of flesh. I asked for a pound of flesh within the Tiger scouting department with the minor league system and disarray. And I did. And I said, hey, if you're Scott Harris, you can do this one of two ways. You can come in and be like T-Foss and make it rain in the club, just throw dollars in the air and see what happens, or you gut the way you scout and you gut the way you draft. They went with the plan B. Now, my guess is because it's cheaper to cut a $5 million check to a scouting director than it is to go out and sign DeGrom and Verlander and all that kind of stuff. That's my guess as to why.
Or this
or
is
what?
still a Chris Ilitch production.
That's
Maybe,
it.
You come in here, you got all these big ideas, but it better be within the framework of developing young guys, drafting right, and getting young talent. Because this man doesn't want to spend money on Verlander or Scherzer or something like that. And it might be a sensible game plan. So your guy is Matt Boyd for now.
Okay. Everything, all the good he did, which I loved it. I was here for it. When he went and got the best scouting people in baseball, the Tampa Bay Rays scouts, right? Can we agree that they're the best in the game? They go to the World Series with like a Miggy payroll.
They're up there.
They are up there. But see, here's the thing that I get tripped up on. Chuck Brewer says, Neal, I'm going to wait to see the product we put on the field next year, then reserve judgment. That's not changing, and it's not getting any better. Do you remember how Jamer Candelario was your cleanup hitter on opening day last year? You remember that?
I do.
Okay, you remember that, right?
Yeah.
He's gone now. This guy that people thought was good is even gone.
There was only a couple people that thought that he was good, and it's the only
there was 86% of you that thought he was good.
No, at the beginning of the year when we pull off the win, yes. No, we came back to reality quick. We had this conversation. You can go two ways. Drop the bag on it like Mr. Ilitch, the old man, did, or you got to start with Scott Harris and somebody smart and building and building and building. At least you got the right builders in there.
Nobody thought Candelario was good. Where'd you get that from?
That Jamer Candelario was good? Mm-hmm. When I was doing the show opening day and got murdered by people because I said they weren't going to the playoffs. And somebody asked me, they said, Neal, why aren't they going to the playoffs? I said, Jamer Candelario is your cleanup hitter on opening day. How are you going to go to the playoffs with that?
Yeah, and at that point,
you have to understand, people get caught up in opening day. They're excited about the ball
I understand.
club.
I was there too. I had whiskey. I was there too.
Okay, but it's a one-day thing. You can't. That's not what people are thinking. You need to talk to those people 3 months later.
Yeah, I had whiskey. I was there. It's just, for me, and Alex Haggerty, this is a great question. I love this question. We love the way Yzerman and Holmes are running their teams. Harris is doing it the same way, and we question him already. Here's where it's different, Alex. Here's where it's different. You just gave $10 million to a 31-year-old starting pitcher that's 39-62 with an ERA of 5.
Those are facts.
Those are facts, man.
Yeah, because he's been here and he's a pro, and that's all the money you're going to spend on pit. Right there.
Then why spend it? For real, why spend it? Why?
You have to ask. Here's the thing. There's a reason. Maybe you can't get anything better with what they think they're going to get from Matt. I know that's awful, but we're the Tigers. That's the best they can get. When you're as bad as they are, maybe that's the top of the barrel with a 36 winner.
Then just punt.
You know what? It's the top of the barrel if you allow it to be. Or if you blow off the top, you can go better than that.
And that's what it is for me, T-Foss. Like,
you can't sign anyone if you don't talk to them.
There you go.
You're saying they overspent to whatever, and I'm saying that's all they're going to spend.
And you overspent
why did
that
they
too.
spend that? I don't know.
It's just Alex. Like, I do like what he did from a scouting, drafting perspective. I was on board. This makes me question. Like, for $10 million for this
where are
guy,
they with the salary cap? Don't
there's
they have to
no
get
cap.
to the floor?
No. Miggy's contract alone gets him to the floor.
There's no salary cap, but there's a Neal cap.
The question to Scott Harris is why.
That is my question. Why?
There it is.
Well,
like,
the thing
why
is,
Matt Boyd?
How badly is he hamstrung? You act like Scott Harris can just do anything he wants.
Well, I'm talking to the Chuck Brewers out there that say I'm going to wait to watch the team this year and make my judgment then.
Hey, Chuck
You're not
Cheese.
Yeah.
You can wait all you want. You're not going to see anything great this year.
Or next year.
And look,
Right.
here's the other thing, Terry. Like, it's just the signing of him. Yes, Matt Boyd is now your 4th highest paid player on your team. Okay, so I get that. But until or unless you start reaping the rewards of what he was brought here to do, why do anything? You see what I'm saying? Sam Flannel, help me out here. Am I being crazy? What does signing Matt Boyd do for you?
That definitely gives me cause for pause. Matt Boyd was another one that I always heard about him, but you look at his numbers, 39 and 62 with a 4.90 ERA. Most of that was done with Detroit. My question for all of you guys is the fact that Scott Harris, like Steve Yzerman, he has experience building that San Francisco Giants team that came out of nowhere to have the best record in baseball in 2021. Does it help that he has done it before? Does it give him any cachet with you guys?
I mean, yeah, it does to a degree, but what are you going to do when he's got a lot in the arsenal to spend? You know what I'm saying? That gives me pause.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Right? Shouldn't, because of the new guy, to your point, Flannel, yes, he does get a lot of pedigree, just to the same thing as Neal said. Look, he brought in Tampa Bay's draft, but isn't it until you get that question answered or you see him answer that question? Why'd you give Matt Boyd $10 million?
Yeah, that's
no. When he answered, but his answer could tell you, like, I have more trust in Scott Harris to the point of what Flannel said because his pedigree and what he did, and this is sort of what he did.
That's fair.
Right. I would want some clarity, and I think you deserve it, is to say, hey, can somebody ask him why he signed Matt Boyd?
I think an even better quote, who are you bidding against?
They're a big market for Matt Boyd, right? No.
That's what I want to know. Bob Johnson.
Because your thing is that why did you waste $10 million? That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, there was literally no point to that.
So that's why, benefit of the doubt, because we're new with this guy, right?
Right.
We don't know. We've heard of him and stuff. So when he answers that question, his tone, his reverence, how much he opens up about, well, because of this, or he says, no, just because this is it, terse, then you get a further, doesn't he deserve that? Doesn't he deserve that sort of respect at this? Because we don't know. We don't know. Like, that's what I'd ask for Helio.
And I will. After the show, I'm going to sit down with Rogelio. We'll have a moment with each other, and we'll figure it all out. Maybe he'll talk me down. Bob Johnson says, Holmes gave $9 million to an injured wide receiver that had one good game. Why spend it? You are a jackass, Neal. And, Bob, it's different from the standpoint of they have a cap in football. They're going to spend to that cap, and he's taking a one-year flyer on a guy. That's why.
And he's gone. As soon as that season's over, he's done.
Right, which he would say is the same with Matt Boyd, which I understand. But if that's your evaluation, to you say this is a $10 million a year guy, and look, I know that he has a history with them. Here's where I will cut him slack, because the Giants went and got him when he was there. There's something about Matt Boyd that he likes. The Giants went and got him when he was there. He got hurt. Things didn't work out. I guess he did finish his last 9 innings last year with a 1.5 ERA or something like that. So I get it. I just don't understand the purpose of it. I don't.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's why I think that he deserves the question. right? Like at this point, to see how he'd answer, because maybe you'll get into his psyche. Maybe that's exactly it. You see the way he finished. There was, analytics, and when he was with the Giants, and they tweaked this in the bullpen and whatever, and boom, you've seen the results. I expect him to be more of the later Matt Boyd than at least to hear that. Right? What is he taking into consideration?
Yeah,
I haven't heard enough.
Real quick, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Todd Sane says, slow your roll, Neal. Let the offseason play out. They've told you what the offseason is going to be. That was your highlight, everybody. Get those Matt Boyd jerseys. Go down to the Tiger Shop, T-Foss. Get a Matt Boyd jersey. Get it locked.
Can I get it to 313 shop?
You probably can.
Okay.
I would assume that you would be able to do so. Harold Williams says it's early, but Matt Boyd, come on, man. Been there, done that. So, hey. I would have rather signed a tuna and Swiss sandwich in the offseason.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we can't talk about that right now. We got to talk about Swiss Insurance. Swiss Insurance Group and their employees are heavily involved in their community. It is very rewarding, but comes with great responsibility. If you sit on a local youth sports board, homeowners association, or a volunteer coach, directors and officers insurance is a must. Make sure the kids, parents, and volunteers are protected. Call Swiss Insurance today.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff-A Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. Because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Neal Ruhl here for Bedrock Detroit. Downtown Detroit's all decked out this holiday season with the return of the Cadillac Lodge in the Monroe Street Midway. The Midway has a giant slide, winter bumper cars, an indoor arcade. Plus, you can be like T-Foss and grab drinks at the Lodge before or after games, or even during, in T-Foss's case. Shop, eat, and play downtown all winter long with DeckedOutDetroit.com. Back at it, Big D Energy Woodward Sports Network. We are live at the Big Boy down here in Wyandotte, hanging out with our guy. Big props to our guy Habib, taking care of us, the owner here, jumping on air with us as well. Real quick, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Bob Johnson, cap or no cap, we could have spent the money better. Also, WoodwardSports.com, Chuck Brewer. The new front office should get a few months before they're buried. I didn't bury them. I'm just questioning the reason as to why. So, Jeb Large says, I think it was a guy to just fill a role. What role? I could have filled that role with anybody. That's the moral of the story. Only one guy, though, could fill the role of giving us D-Max 5 for fighting. We're going to talk some hockey here right now. D-Mac 5 for fighting. First minute.
Absolutely, guys. Welcome in. It must be a hump day. Wednesday 5 for fighting, or as I like to say, not being soft. We'll start out with number 1, the coach, Derek Lalonde, preaching. 1-1-3. You win in this league. From the goaltending on out, one name, Ville Husso. Is he this guy to lead you to the promised land? Have you seen enough out of him to be the number 1? Is this more of the consistency? Are you confident in having a number 1 goalie in Ville Husso? Is he the guy?
Let me take this face off here, T-Foss, if you don't mind. I'm going to win it, too, the hand backwards.
I doubt it.
Win it straight back to the point. That's how I'm doing it. But anyway, there's 2 different answers to that question. For the Red Wings, for this Red Wings team, especially if Alex Nedeljkovic is my alternative, yes. 1,000,000%, 1,000,000 bafillion. A bigger check even than Dave and Chuck the Freak had earlier today. 100% yes. Like the promised land, like go win a Stanley Cup promised land. I'm not prepared to make that declaration as of yet, but T-Foss.
But is he in your Willie? Is he in your nominees? He is
That's a great way to put it.
to New York City than Blake
no.
Corum is, isn't he?
That is
He is
fair.
closer to making it to the Heisman than Blake Corum is.
Yes, but T-Foss, yes.
As a veteran on this show, I'm trying to teach Neal to look ahead, to look with different pieces around him. Is Husso a guy that can win you a Stanley Cup? Yes, he is. Absolutely. Guy's an outstanding goaltender. He's facing probably more shots than he wants to, but that's okay. Maybe he can get into the Chris Osgood territory. We only faces 20, 23 shots a game. You're telling me a guy like him can't guide you to the Stanley Cup? He absolutely can. This is an outstanding goaltender, and I'm just hoping that Neal will appreciate this guy for what he is. Don't look at me like that.
Where do you get this from?
In the future, he will have as much appreciation. Neal will have as much appreciation that he does now. He appreciates him now.
Whoa! What? Where's this label coming on me?
You have Husso love.
Yeah.
You just don't have long-term Husso love. He's got long-term Husso love, saying this guy can do enough to win.
Well, sure.
You're not willing to go there. Uncle T's trying to say it's okay, baby boy. You come along.
Let me see the lay of the land when we get there.
Be a man. No. I don't hear about getting there. Can he do it? Do you see the future of this man being able to win a cup?
Okay, you know what, T-Foss? Yes, based on the way that Derek Lalonde and his system, this 1-1-3 that D-Mac speaks of, the gains, the strides that they have made in just this short amount of time, then yes, I do.
I'm a real happy guy. You know what? I just turned Neal into a man.
Absolutely.
I'm really happy
it
about
feels
that.
good.
Hey,
real quick.
You know what? Attaboy,
Real
Uncle
quick,
T.
D-Mac, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Lewis M. I was at the Red Wings game last night in Tampa. Husso is a stud. It was a fun game. Lewis M., thanks for taking care of the win for everybody.
Absolutely.
All right.
Way to go.
Second
Question
minute.
number 2, maybe to some, not the season on the stat sheet, but I want to get both of you guys your feelings on Mo Seider. So far, 25 games into his sophomore campaign, coming off a win in the Calder. 2 goals, 9 assists, but more glaring is the minus 13 plus minus as your number 1 defense pairing. Are you concerned at all, or because Mo Seider, obviously people might expect him to put more points on the board, but the development of Maurice Seider, why are you giving me that face, Neal? Because you're not acceptable, because it's not acceptable to minus 13, but it's okay because we're seeing things?
Because it's not acceptable.
I get it. It's a team game.
And that's fair.
And it's not acceptable. That's the big ouch.
T-Foss, here's why I had that look on my face, because I didn't know how we go about this, right? Because the minus 13 is not acceptable.
It's not.
But it's Mo Seider. So if I make that proclamation, all of your minions out there are going to attack me saying, Neal says Mo Seider stinks. Trade Mo Seider 248. No, it's not any of that. Can I be disappointed? Can I be upset with the minus 13? I'm not saying trade the guy. I'm not saying he's awful or anything like that. I am disappointed. Yeah, I am.
You're disappointed in the minus 13, but where are you at with Mo Seider on his game this year?
Not as high as I was in September. Is that fair?
Fair enough.
Or am I being a puss, T-Mac?
Would not attack you like that. I would. The guy's he's gonna be fine. I always understand, for whatever reason, second-year players struggle at some point. It's the old sophomore slump. And the great Sir Charles Barkley always said, it's not a sophomore slump. They got film on you now.
Right.
So now he's got to adjust. And guess what? He will adjust. And we won't be talking about this next September or October.
People want to know your take on it.
My take on Mo Seider?
Yeah.
I think I think that what you're seeing is the detriment is coming out in the plus minus. I've seen him not be himself. Right, we're expecting him to be this consistent, but I think it's the growing. I think it's him taking a bigger role, him playing more minutes, more bigger minutes, as being thrown in there with Ben Sherrod as that first pair and playing always against the other team's top team. You know what it's done, though, as leadership-wise? You know who's a benefactor to this, which needed it more than Mo Seider? if somebody was going to suffer and somebody was going to move forward, is Filip Hronek. Second line, second D, right.
He's
right?
trending up.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Filip Hronek has almost a point a game. He's got 6 and 18 and 24 with a plus 13.
He's taking a huge leap forward. Yeah.
So sometimes leadership is not what you see. It'd be go to what are you providing in the game. And I think he's learning this is the year, or this is the time most siders learning the hardships.
Paul Thomas, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Yes, he's just 21. He's a kid. Give him time. I'm not saying give up on him.
No one's saying give up.
I can be disappointed. Guys, I have that right. You can be disappointed.
He's human. There are growing pains and growing steps for a 21-year-old.
Sorry, I'm disappointed in a minus 13.
Come on, Neal.
I'm sorry.
You got to be better than that.
My bad. I'm
All
learning.
right.
Stop cutting people.
Question number
Give him a
3.
shot.
I'm going to name 5 different guys. In the first, I want each of you, first word that pops to your mind when you think of this.
All right.
Andrew Kopp.
Yes.
Disappointing.
Pardon?
Disappointing.
And mine would be trending.
Yes.
Trending upward.
Yeah.
He started to play, even though that's 2 words. Perron. David Perron.
As advertised is 2 words.
It's a DMAC thing, so you can use 2 words.
You can use 2 words for one. As advertised.
Hashtag advertised.
Stud.
2 OGs thinking alike, because I had stud on my mind as far as shooter, as far as leader, whatever, everything I've advertised. Oli Mata.
Okay.
In like, not in love.
In like, in love.
I was going to say incomplete, but I just went with okay.
Here's the thing where Mata, where it doesn't, and this is the beauty of it, is my word solid, because he's the one also, 2 words I said, who's benefiting Hronek with the cider.
That's a great point.
It's Oli Mata.
Yeah.
Plus 11-2. It's that solidified, finished defenseman,
I change it to good.
responsible, right? 2 more. Ben Sherratt.
I want more. More.
A man's man.
More man.
More man.
More man.
Fair, that was
and
a good
that's
one.
one word, because that's a day of Campbellism. And then I couldn't put the new guys in without your boy Kubalik. I'll start. Sniper!
Pornographic.
Pornographic, Neal says. Wow.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, Kubalik.
Oh, Kubalik? Oh. How about pimp?
Same.
Pimp is good.
Pimp.
And those were your 5 for fighting right there.
Yeah.
In a pseudo way. But bottom line with our wings, we got an NHL team.
That is the story,
Been a
man.
while.
That is the stunning. That is
Hashtag
the
watch
story.
play 1919.
He's playing Moneyball, isn't he?
Yes, Moneyball, but we can't talk about the phenomenal movie about the Oakland A's starring Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill. We got to talk about Moneyball Sportswear, which is every bit as good. Check out Moneyball Sportswear. It's your one-stop shop, whether you want the latest look in athletic apparel or you need new uniforms for your team. Moneyball has it all. Stop at Moneyball showroom in Southfield and experience the only way to ball, or visit MoneyballSportswear.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at WoodwardSports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Neal Ruhl here for Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone. You can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that's always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. Tons of equipment, full-body workout, just 30 minutes in a 30-minute circuit. And all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month. You can join today in club. You're going to pass a couple on the way home. Just pull in the parking lot and sign up there. If you're really motivated, jump on that computer. Go to planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Where your fitness is essential.
Yay, yay. Final segment of the show. Big D Energy out here at Big Boy in Wyandotte. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, Alex Westfall, Stick. Basically everybody. Sam Flannel. All of Woodward Sports rolling deep in the streets. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. You guys are rolling deep in there. Thorneal Robinson, go home, Neal. Your furnaces need you. Thorneal, I will. In about 6 minutes, I'll be going home. And I'll be getting a check soon, too. So there's that as well. But happy to have what? Stick, we're not? Oh, that's it? No check? That's it? Well, see you later. Yeah. Well, Thorneal, I'll ask you. Just give me suggestions on how I can be better, and I'll take those under advisement and see what I can do. Is that fair? That's constructive, right?
All you gotta do is behave yourself.
What did I do that was wrong?
It's your tone, man. You can't fix that
See,
tone.
you know what? I'm starting to think that it's your tone is becoming the new second half adjustments. Second half adjustment. I don't make any second half adjustments.
I can't help it.
Yeah,
I try to help you.
But your tone has been. I thought people were complaining that you haven't been totally toned. You've been toned out lately.
Yeah.
You haven't been giving him enough tone.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not his tone, it's his look on his face. He looks like he has gas when he has to say something nice about somebody.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Anthony Hurley. Neal, do you think more people would watch a college football playoff if it was not on New Year's Eve? Why do they feel like it has to be on New Year's Eve? Anthony, that is one of the great mysteries in life. One of the great mysteries in life.
Stupid.
It is the dumbest thing of all time because, I know everybody here is going to watch because it's Michigan, but let me let you know a little secret about everybody else around the nation. You think anybody in New York City is going to watch the college football playoff?
Oh, hell no.
You're not in New York City, Maz. Will you?
No,
you're going to be there New Year's Eve.
That's because he doesn't go out on New Year's. When you get old, you don't go out anymore.
Yeah. Okay. And
you ever been down to the... You did?
Yeah.
Oh, Maz looked at me like, what are you, soft? I'm from New York, bro.
But no, Anthony, it is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in the history of television. Every time they run this, ratings are down 15, 20% every single time. It's stupid. Stupid.
Made sense over COVID, but that's it. Right?
Yeah.
You know what? Make New Year's Day special again.
But it's an NFL Sunday. See, what do you do?
Oh, yeah. Well...
But this falls into my whole Halloween
have
thing.
Have it on the second. I don't care. Just don't have it on
This
New Year's
falls
Eve.
into my whole Halloween thing. Like Halloween
on the last
should be the last
month.
Saturday of October.
You're right.
And New Year's Day and Christmas Day should never be on a Sunday. Ever. Whatever you got to do to make that happen, do it.
The calendar kind of works that way every 7 years, so what can we do?
Jeb Large, if they're hardcore Michigan fans, they'll find a way to watch it. Yes, Michigan fans. But the whole country will largely tune this out. Sam Flannel, they will. I know that's blasphemous to you, but they will.
No, we're talking about just your everyday average person. Nobody's really going to be interested on New Year's Eve watching Michigan TCU. It's not really a sexy matchup. Maybe Georgia, Ohio State, maybe more likely. What do you think?
Can you imagine his outfit for New Year's Eve? With newly married honeymoon outfit for New Year's Eve.
What are the newlyweds doing New Year's Eve? Because you guys are still young, so you'll probably be in that go out to parties mode and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll probably be pre-gaming while the game's on. And depending on how the outcome goes will probably depend on how much I pregame.
What if TCU won?
I would probably cancel all my plans, honestly, if we're being honest.
Oh man, that's
and
funny.
We are, and that is so on brand for you too, because I know you would.
I definitely
probably wouldn't come out of your room for a while.
All right, well, gents,
I had a blast.
I did too. It was a lot. It's always a lot of fun out here. The big boy people take care of us. I got to finish my salad too.
Small flex, but if we did it every show from a big boy, I wouldn't be mad either.
Work on that, Stick. Work on that. No, big shout out to everybody here at Big Boy in Wyandotte for taking care of us. Our guy Habib, the owner. Big thanks to all the Woodward Sports crew for setting all this stuff up. They're goated on the stick. So for D-Mac, he's stealing Big Boy sauce and bobbleheads. We got to get him out of here. T-Foss, the Onion Ring Lava, and Sam Flannel. My name is Neal Ruhl. Thanks for tapping into Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.
Booyah.